Namaste. Welcome and greetings. I am Magic Require. It's gonna stop a virus. No. This
Got y'all listening now. Some witchcraft for that ass. Too late to turn away. Abracadabra and all that good shit. Yo. Hocus pocus, got you focused on my rhyme. Simply easy, now I'm eating couch potatoes, I recline. No, I'm joking as I'm toking power puffs and pokey-yokes. Till my town and villa filled with ganja smoke, you know the dope. Coming out my pipes, talking about the bones in my throat. With the mic, I'm casting curses every night, you know the scope. Got my spells handy. You may call it the phone, but when I'm done reciting, you'll give me the keys to the throne. Then I take my keys to go home. Didn't say I was done. While rush to end it all, it feels amazing to have won. I'm not planning to ball, but why not take the chance to stunt? No, I don't need it all. Can think the thing I don't want. Do I worship the sun, or sold my soul for the tongue, or death since I was young, or got some voodoo done?
Namaste, namastizzle, peace and blessings. Magic LaQuire here. Hope y'all are having a good day today. And she's been here a couple of times. Please help me welcome back Swordzwitch.
All right. All right.
And she makes her entrance. What's up, Portia?
How you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm great. And you?
I'm great. Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Well, I mean, like I said, you've been here a couple times. We always have a good time when you come through.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So since the last chat that we had, what have you been up to? Anything new? Anything at all?
I'm always learning something new. You know, I'm always studying the dream realm. That's my favorite topic.
Yeah.
The dream realm and the astral realm. And I'm just waiting for it to be summertime, but I've been studying as usual. I'm always learning something new because I study every day.
Every day.
Of course, I make sure I'm still having fun because that's important.
Mm.
And having fun and enjoying life, basically.
Basically.
Staying out of trouble.
Mm.
But I've been studying. There's a lot of projects I'm working on. I don't want to say it, but there's some stuff I'm working on with my writing skills because
Okay.
doing a lot of writing. I have like something I want to come out with later on. But I'm still working it. Yeah.
Okay.
Like a PDF format, yeah.
Okay. Peace, y'all. Stop bitching and start witching. Yep, that's her saying.
Stop bitching and start witching. That's right.
That's right. You know, that amazes me that, people don't actually. There's people, let me put it this way. There's people who actually take in my classes and my courses and do absolutely nothing with it. Like nothing.
Really?
Yeah, really. I check on everybody. Like, hey, what you doing lately? You know what I'm saying? And some people find out it's just not for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think it's for everybody, but at the same time, it is for everybody. Like when it comes to the occult knowledge, it's so important because when you cross over, this Earth is like a school.
Yeah.
You come here to just work, shit, and die. You know what I'm saying?
I say that all the time.
You're not just here to work, fuck, shit, and die. So
right.
They're gonna realize it when they cross over how important it is because, like I said, Earth is a school.
Mm-hmm.
If you pay attention, it's just like a school. If you get left behind, if you fail the 9th grade, you get left behind in the 9th grade.
Right.
We're here to learn how to manifest, how to use our minds.
Exactly.
We're here to learn how to manifest our reality. How we want your reality to be.
Right. I found a clip of Azazel Bay saying that. And he said it real fast, but he said, depending on your mindset when you pass, either you're going to end up here, but if you have a mindset like we do, you might end up in Saturn or somewhere.
Yeah, because if your mindset is on human shit, you're gonna be in hell.
Right.
Because the physical is earth and the mind is a spirit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The mind is not a physical thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, the mind is not a physical thing. I mean, the mind is the spiritual side of us, our inner self. So if you're just focusing on earth and physical shit, when you die, you're only left with the inner self.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're still stuck on the humanity and dumb shit like the lower self, when you cross over, you're gonna be like in your own hell.
Yeah.
Hell is like hell is your mind, basically.
Basically.
Yeah, your mind.
And they still steadily distracting the masses with bullshit like Gail King going up to space. Get the fuck out of here. That shit and just dumb shit. You know what I mean?
It's okay to look at them like entertainment, but we should be taking it serious because, like I said, Earth is a school for you to come here to learn. So when you cross over, you won't be stuck in earthbound. You know what I mean? I mean, they don't take it serious because people really don't think they're gonna die. They just walking around thinking I ain't gonna die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll be thinking people forgot that it's inevitable.
You might be right on that one.
That's why they don't take it serious, and a lot of people don't believe in life after death.
Yeah,
they're still religious.
The Christians I know, they definitely believe that they going up in the sky somewhere. There's people who still believe this shit. Yeah,
but they're going up in the sky, but they didn't even face their shadow self, so they're going to be in hell anyway.
Right. Exactly.
Because a lot of people that's like that, they don't embrace their shadow side. They don't accept their shadow side. They act like it don't exist.
Right. So we got a question already. How can I successfully get up out of here?
Not being attached to humanity, not trying to control people when you're in a relationship with them.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
You don't own nobody. So
I say that all the time. You don't own no one.
Trying to control the person to be with you. You know what I mean? Being attached to humanity is what's gonna get you stuck. You gotta learn how to let go. That's the key thing. Learning how to let go. Learning how to let go of stuff that don't serve you, things that don't serve you.
High vibrations. You know what I'm saying?
High vibration, and high vibration is not depression.
Right. I'm trying to go through these comments here. Public education and religion is an auto lockdown earth technology. Damn, that's what I'm talking about.
It is because if you lock down, you're gonna be locked down in the spirit realm because your mind is still when you die, you're left with your inner world. Your inner world is your emotion, your thoughts. That's your inner world. So if you don't face your shadow self, you gotta face it when you cross over anyway.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You gotta embrace your dark side. Embracing your dark side don't mean act negative all day. It means embracing the part of you that you shut down, that you're afraid to show everybody. Like, you know what I mean? You acting like you're righteous when you're not. That kind of thing.
Right. Peace to everybody who's coming into the chat. APTV, Caribbean Grimoire. How do you say this? The Darcy Clusen. I don't know how to say that, but
if you want to successfully get out of here and not come back, you don't be attached to human shit because you know what I mean? Like the physical, like I said, the physical is not your mind. You know what I'm saying? Basically, what I'm trying to say is the physical is bound by time, right?
Right.
But your mind is not.
Right.
The physical is bound by time.
Right.
But your mind is not. Your mind is multidimensional. So
yeah.
I think the reason why you're here is to basically practice death.
Practice death. Interesting. Yeah. I think Bobby has spoken on that.
To master death.
Right. Right.
And you could do it with little things. Don't be attached to people like all up in their grill trying to control them.
Yeah.
You heard my cat, right?
Yeah, I heard your cat. All right, so we got another question. Legacy Sigma, peace, brother Moore, sister Righteous. Deep dreaming, but not becoming awake in the dream state. Any tips? Any tips on that one? What you got?
What's the question?
Deep dreaming, but not becoming awake in the dreams.
Is that a sentence?
I think so.
Deep dreaming, but not becoming awake.
Yeah, but not becoming awake in the. I think what they're saying.
Yeah, for real. Like, what are they saying? Because
I think like deep dreaming, but not becoming lucid.
So what was the question? Not becoming lucid. What's the question?
I think that's the question.
Not becoming awake in the dream state?
I think
tell the person to write it again in English.
Legacy Sigma, can you write this again? Can you elaborate on what you're asking?
For real.
Oh, Ho Dracon, Ho Megas. I ain't seen that in a long time. That's what I'm talking about. That's clipothic magic right there. Peace. Peace. Earth Prime is that place in the galaxy, the school of hard knocks. I like the way he put that.
If you don't learn the lesson, you're going to come back and repeat it again. Just like if you fail the 9th grade, if you're on 9th grade and you die, you're going to still be on 9th grade. So that's why it's important to study. Because say, for example, if I cross over right now, I'm going to be advanced. Because I'm already studying for all these years. I'm already advanced. So when I die, I'm going to be more advanced than most people because, you know what I mean? It's just like I'm in college. You're putting
emphasis on advanced. I don't know if you realize you're thinking like that, right?
Because your mind is the same when you cross over. So if you dumb now, you dumb there.
Right.
No, for real. If you dumb now, so
right.
You said earlier they don't care about it. They're gonna realize it when they cross. They're gonna remember everything you did after they cross over. So don't worry about it because the subconscious mind never forgets. So when they cross over and they start replaying their life, they're gonna remember what you said. So you still helping them. You just helping the other side of them, the spirit side.
Right.
Don't worry about their human side.
Right.
Yeah, you still helping them. Trust me.
Yes. Have you worked with Solomonic magic? Have you worked with any of that?
No, I'm a witch. I'm a witch. I use my mind.
Short and to the point. The cat in the background saying facts.
Yeah, he's a brat. He's a male cat man, 14 years old. He's a little
they aggressive. They real aggressive.
He's an Aries.
Okay. Okay, so Legacy Sigma, go ahead, and he went ahead and he rephrased his question. He says, my dreams are becoming more deeper and I am remembering them consistently, but I'm not becoming lucid in the dreams. Any tips?
Oh, you're not becoming lucid. Okay, this is let me see. A practice you could use is make sure you could use little tactics like this. Make sure the room is dark. Make sure the room is pitch black, no lights on. That will help. You probably, if you're not lucid, there's a possibility you have a problem paying attention in this dimension, like when you're awake. So you could practice by paying attention to everything you're doing. Like if you're tying a shoelace, your mind have to be on tying the shoelace. If you're tying the shoelace and your mind is at the laundry, your spirit is at the laundry. It's not tying the shoelace.
Right.
It's somewhere else.
Right.
Basically, you autopilot now tying the shoelace.
Right.
A lot of people are not aware of the present moment. If you keep being aware of the present moment, you're going to be able to be aware in the dream of the present moment. But you have to practice now being in the present moment. A lot of people, their mind is in the future or the past. It's not they're not in the present moment. Right.
Let me just add to that. You know, you can do reality checks throughout the day, like looking at your hand and saying to yourself, am I dreaming or am I awake? You just to become lucid is you have to practice. You have to work at that. You know what I mean?
Becoming aware.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you could try don't eat too much food before you go to bed.
It's a good one. Yeah.
At least 4 hours before you go to bed, no food.
Damn. I like snacking at night.
But if you practice a lot, you still be able to remember, because I could still remember even if I drink. I could still remember because I've been practicing so long. Yeah.
Right.
I could smoke weed and still remember the dream because I've been practicing so long. That's why.
Practice, y'all. Y'all heard her.
But you got to be aware of of everything you're thinking. That's like a practice, being aware of what you're thinking,
right?
What you're feeling. Right. That helps. You mentioned last week the vitamins B12 could help.
B12, B6, yeah.
And right before you go to bed, say to yourself, I'm gonna remember. I'm gonna remember. Like you keep.
That works too, y'all. That works.
As soon as you get sleepy, you start saying it. So when you cross over, you're gonna remember. Okay, but you gotta practice.
Yeah. What about using the clip off to get off this dimension?
Say it again. What about using the?
What about using the clip off to get off?
What's the clip off?
It's the inverse side of the Kabbalah. So you're asking about using a magical system to get off this dimension. The clip off is a tool just like the Kabbalah is, except it focuses on the death side, where the Kabbalah is the life side. You know what I'm saying? So it's possible you would have to work extensively with that particular system, but that system is for adepts. It really is, because it will tap deep into your subconscious and all kinds of shit could happen. You could lose your mind, literally.
The most important thing for you to know is when you cross, remember that you're not human and move the fuck on. It's that simple. When you die, you're not human.
Right.
Move the fuck on.
Right. Okay.
Don't be attached to this reality.
It's easier said than done, though.
I know, because I've been studying for more than 10 years. I had to convince myself I could astral project.
You still doing that a lot, yes?
Yeah. Oh no. Just yesterday I was playing some music somewhere in the astral realm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be living other realities, man. I'll be going to parties over there. Yeah, I mean, or I get some information. I get download too, like what to do here.
Peace, to stay high, and the Motown Witch. Greetings. What's going on? Speaking of cats, where do our pets go when they pass over?
Mine's gonna be with me.
You answered that with no hesitation.
Yeah, because I know I met the cat before I met him in real life.
Did you really?
Yeah, in the dream realm.
Okay.
He chose me in the dream realm.
Wow.
And then I got him in this reality.
Okay. That's what's up. He's 14, huh?
Yeah. The cats are always with me in that realm.
Is he still spry? Is he still jumping around?
He be astral projecting. Like if I'm not paying attention to something, he'll come in the dream and tell me what I need to do. Like he'll tell me, I have a rash, I have an infection. Like telepathically, he'll show me that I need to do something. Like he's allergic to something. I gotta stop giving it to him.
Okay.
Like he communicates like that. He's very smart.
Yeah. How did you begin astral projecting? That's been a long time, right, for you?
Since 2008-9. I remember when I first astral project, and I was looking back at myself, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" I remember.
That didn't freak you out the first time it happened?
I remember the first time it happened. I didn't astral project in this dimension. Let me give you an example. This is the physical, the etheric, astral, and it keeps going up, right? Mental, and it gets higher. When I first astral project, I went all the way past the lower realm. Mm-hmm. So when I first astral project, the first thing I saw was the black dog. But I didn't know what the black dog was at that time. So I kept pushing him away. Like, why does black dog keep coming by me? And then I had, that's why it's good sometimes to have like people that's guiding you like a teacher. In real life, when I was 28, I had a guy that was like, y'all probably know him too, but he was like coaching me, like, so I'm like, well, I keep seeing a black dog, and he was like, that's Ampu. And I'm like, but I'm not dead. Why am I seeing? You know what I mean?
Right.
But when I first astral project, I programmed myself.
How?
I bought the book Astral Dynamics
by Robert Bruce.
And then I did that thing where you listen to what he's saying with the headphones in your ears. The first 2 days, nothing happened. I'm talking about the whole day is on repeat.
Yeah.
Spirit in a body. I'm a spirit in a body all day, all day.
All day.
And then I got programmed like a robot. Let me stop. So, no, for real, because we like a computer, like the brain. So I kept playing it over and over. I'm a spirit in a body, and then I saw the Ampu. But then I try another tactic. I use our tactic. I start playing the drums in the background. So I'm dancing to the drums, and I'm drinking Haitian rum.
Ooh.
And I'm chanting, I'm a spirit in a body. I'm doing the same chant, but I'm doing it mixed with our culture, the dancing to the drums.
Right.
And then I passed out, and I basically was out of my body.
And you did this with alcohol.
The alcohol and drums mixed together could get you out of your body.
Damn.
And so that's why they didn't want us to do it back then. You feel me? They're not just dancing.
Right.
They're going through a trance because they exiting. That's why they go through the trance. I went through the trance, and I came out like that. And another time I did it again, and I got distracted with the horny feeling.
Okay.
Because you know how some people study? I went straight in. I studied after I was trying it. So I had to study, why am I getting horny? Then I found out, oh, that's a Kundalini. But because I didn't master my sex energy, the sex energy, the feeling got me distracted. So I end up coming back in and then I realized, oh, okay. I have to master my sex energy. Because if I didn't master my sex energy, succubus would be fucking with me every day.
Right.
You know, because I got abused when I was a little girl, right?
Right.
So usually when that happens, entities latch on to you because now your energy is open.
Right.
So when I start fucking with the astral projection, the entities know all my dark side. I thought I forgot about it. Like, okay, I forgot. That's when I was young.
Right.
But, so they kept fucking with me. So when I master the energy now, my sex energy, the succubus stopped fucking with me. And so now when I'm on mission, I don't get distracted by the horniness because the horniness is normal. It's almost like when your spirit get activated, when your third get activated,
right,
you are going to get horny because it's connected.
Yes.
That's a spiritual energy.
Absolutely.
And after that, I just kept practicing, going to different dimensions, meeting other beings. I went to the underworld. People there partying, believe it or not.
Partying?
Yes, I went to the underworld and everybody was partying.
Wow. Okay.
I had to go across a river, a black river.
A black river?
On a boat.
That would have scared the shit out of me.
The boat carried me to the other side.
Wow.
And when I got off the boat and got on shore, my outfit changed. It's like I changed. And then I went inside of a basement and everybody was partying, listening to Bob Marley. And they, mind you, they all dead people.
Damn.
Dancing, listening to Bob Marley, and everybody was happy. And Bobby Hemming mentioned that before, how they'd still be partying.
He did.
Ancestors still be partying.
He did.
And enjoying themselves. Yeah, there's certain realms like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got another question. I keep seeing a black, I guess it's a black cat near the home a lot. What does it mean? What's up, everybody?
You think the person meant black cat?
I think that's what they're asking. A black cat near the house.
It means you gotta feed it.
That cat is choosing you. What's up, Chikezi?
You feed it.
Peace, Kunami.
Feed the kitty.
Yes, feed the cat.
The reason why people say the black cat is the ones that's evil is because the black ones is the most smartest ones.
They are.
They're more advanced than all the other color cats. Trust me. This is the first black. I had like at least 10 cats in my whole life, and the black one is the most smartest. Like I'm telling you, so smart. It's not even funny. Like
right. Why is it
easier? They're more smart. They're more smarter when they're not neutered. If you cut off their balls, they lose their power.
I didn't know that.
It's true. If you get a natural cat that's not neutered, you're gonna see how powerful that cat is.
Okay. Why is it easier to astral project and lucid dream as a child than when you're older? I always wondered that.
Because as a child, your brain waves is in like delta waves. And in adult stage, we get in delta wave when we're sleeping. Imagine that. We're in that wave when we're sleeping, but kids are in that wave when they're awake. In other words, your psychic powers is more powerful when you're sleeping as an adult. But when you're a child, it's powerful when you're awake. That's why the kids is more spiritually advanced than adults.
Absolutely.
But we could get on that level as the child if we study. But the child is already advanced because he just got here.
Right.
But we programmed the child to be retarded, and then the child come out, you know.
You get it tainted as an adult, basically.
Yeah, that's the right word.
Yeah. Can gate walking benefit one in the afterlife? Well, to answer that question, please see the gate walking videos I did with myself, Terrain Hicks, Warlock Asylum. But yes, you can spiritually advance using the gate walking process. You know what I mean? But it takes a lot of work, you know, and I don't want to get into a discussion on that here. You know,
the easiest way is not being attached to the physical realm. Don't let nobody control you. Don't let no dude control you. Don't let no bitch control you. That's how. No, for real. I'm serious, yo. This ain't no joke. Like, you got to know how to do that now before you cross over. Because if you cross over, anybody could control you. Any spirit could fuck with you because you were punk when you was alive. So you gotta be like real true to yourself. Embrace your shadow self. Don't give a fuck if somebody don't like you. Be yourself.
Right. If memory serves, swordzwitch, you from the Caribbean. I like your Baphomet talisman.
Oh, thank you. You know, I'm Jerry Miller. If y'all know who that is, he made it for me. Like I think it's Orgone Stone behind. So you can't really get this anywhere. He made it. He gave it to me as a gift, actually. His name is Jerry Miller. Thanks.
I haven't seen Jerry Miller in some years now, but he made my Cthulhu Orgone pendant.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Jerry. I have a lot of stuff in here from him. A lot of the things in here I got from him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's very talented with his creativity.
He is. He is. Which shamanic drums are good to listen to? Because they be having some bull online. I tried listening to some after it spoke on it. That book you posted on Patreon.
Oh, that's you. I think they talking to you.
He's asking though, which shamanic drums are good to listen to?
When I use it to tap in, it was actually Caribbean drums. It was actually Trinidad people. It was a Trini drum beat.
Okay.
No singing, just pure drums. That's all you need. Drums, no singing. And if you keep listening to that while you're in a meditative state, it will make you tap in the spirit realm because, and mind you, I was dancing. So my energy was going up.
Yeah. There's one called Voodoo Drums that I used to listen to when I was doing rituals. I would listen to, and I got it from Astral Bay though.
As long as it's just drums, but don't. I think listen to more than one and see which one you like, because
which one resonates.
The Trini drum thing triggered me because I was tapping in when I used that one. Yeah,
that's why it's called spirits. It helps to see a different dimension.
Yeah, that's why I was drinking Haitian rum when I actually astral project.
And I was fucking with Papa Legba, listening to Haitian drums and drinking Haitian rum, and I was drunk for 3 days. I
went in a trance, man, and mind you, I'm dancing in front of the mirror. as a couple of them, I danced in front of the mirror once. Another time, I passed out on the bed and I made a mistake and slept and was on my stomach. So when I astral project, it was dark because my spiritual self went. I didn't stay on my back. But there's so many dimensions. You see, it's like a copy of each other because I astral project once, and there's another copy of this bedroom. There's another copy of this room in the other realm. There's another copy of that room you're in the spirit, in the astral realm, the lower realm. And then there's another realm where all the dead people at. That's the ones that's going to be the ones that didn't study shit when they was alive.
Right.
Still roaming around for centuries.
Right.
And then the higher you go, the higher the vibration. The lower you go, the lower the vibration. So this is the lowest vibration you could be on. And
let me add to that. What she's talking about is the etheric realm, because it's the physical realm, and then the etheric. And the etheric is like a carbon copy of this, but it's like twisted kind of. I don't like that realm at all.
No, I don't like that realm, but I don't like that realm. But I've only been in that realm 2 times. One, I think I end up in the neighbor in somebody's house across the hall from me.
Yeah.
Usually when I astral project, I go straight to the higher realm. Sometimes I'm in the death realm where all the dead people at, and they'll show me how they die.
Right.
Show me like an image of how they die, like they need me to help them, but I'll be like, I can't help you. Like they're not gonna listen to me.
Right.
Because regular people gonna look at you like you bugging. Yo was a demon. So a lot of times I don't even be helping them because I know that their loved one's gonna be looking at me like, yeah, right. So I'll be like, I can't help all of them. But I don't like that realm either. The dead people.
Yeah, I don't like the etheric realm. Yeah. Ask, has she ever met 3 light beings with dark robes on?
No, actually, there's so many dimensions. It's eternity. It's like more. It's a lot of dimensions. So
no.
Yeah, I've been to many dimensions, but I didn't see that one. I've seen a lot of stuff, but not that. Now, that's to show you how many dimensions there is.
Yeah,
it's not just 5. It's a lot of dimensions, and everybody have their own inner dimension. But then in the spirit realm, in the subconscious realm, we all in the same. That lower realm is like we all in the same realm. But as you go higher, it's almost like it's kind of tricky. We're not all going to see the same thing.
Exactly.
All right. You seen it in your dreams? Okay, with the 3 robes, I never saw. What's up, Callie?
It was a full-blown party, but there was a sign that said "Welcome to Hell." But it was a party, no fire and brimstone people or beings. They were very happy.
You talking about a dream?
He said he's seen it in his dreams. Yeah, Rayshawn Justice.
Okay.
Yeah. Great guest. Thanks, Chikezi.
Big up,
brother Bobby.
Big up, Bobby. What one?
That's interesting. All right. Speaking of wave, I remember Bobby talking about meditating using black hole NASA recording. Could listen to different planets have an effect when meditating. I couldn't find resources online. I think what he's talking about is what you said the last time you were here. The what's that called? The tapes that you were listening to, the government tapes.
Oh yeah, it triggers off the brain waves. Yeah. Binaural beats help to get you in that wave. You have to be in like the delta wave.
Yeah.
Which is where all the little kids on that level already, and when they awake, we have to be asleep. But if you study, you could do it while you're awake and asleep. That's what I've been doing to make sure I could use it even when I'm not sleeping. That brainwave, which is your psychic powers.
Have you entered the 10th dimension during your astral travels?
I've been to so many dimensions. I don't know what number it is. I've been to the dimension where there's reptilian. I've been to the dimension where I saw a dinosaur.
Did you really?
Yeah. Okay. But the dinosaur turned into a dark-skinned dude. Like it was a shapeshifter.
Damn. Okay.
I've been to the dimension where I created my own world, like the movie Inception. I actually got a chance to do that.
You got a chance to do that?
I was able to create the sun, buildings, but I forgot to put windows. I forgot to put windows. Yeah, I made up like an ocean with buildings. I was just doing it for fun. I created the sun and the sky, just using my imagination.
And you've been see, this is a prime example of practicing these things.
Yeah, I think that was the mental realm, they call it.
It's realm. Physical, etheric, astral, then I think is mental, then there's like 3 more, and one is the spiritual. I think is the highest one.
Yeah. And just like you said, they have the lower astral and the higher astral.
Right.
Right. Because but I don't, like you said, the one I don't like is the one where it's a copy.
I hate
it. So whack. That's where everybody be like, oh, I saw a dark thing moving.
Yeah,
there's a lot of spirits in and out right now.
Right, lower astral entities, and they always try to come up to you, and they're shifting, they're changing shape like right in front of you. I that's unpleasant to me.
And people don't realize a lot of people have the entities latch onto them right now. If you're drinking a lot, that means there's an entity making you drink like that.
Yeah, exactly. If you're
fucking everybody, that means there's an entity that's a whole got you fucking everybody. You know what I mean? Right. It's true. I'm telling you. Like, you use your body like a joyride.
Exactly. Do you drink rum or room to assist with your travel?
I like to drink white rum, like the Palo Viejo.
Oh, okay. That's
Palo
a good
Viejo, Puerto Rican rum is like 8% proof, or the Babaku Haitian rum.
I can't do it. I don't drink anymore.
Babaku, oh my God, I don't know what they put in that, but that shit is so powerful.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. It do make you go in the spirit realm. I'm talking about the ones that's like more than 7 years old, the old ones, not the new ones.
Right. And the cat needs your attention right now. Let's see it. Let's see the cat.
He want to be in the camera too, nosy.
His name is Callie?
Yeah, Kali Katori, dark spirit.
Damn, that's what's he big.
Yeah, he's 14 years old.
Yeah. What could it mean if astral projection? Say that again?
No, go ahead.
No, I was saying there's a question. What could it mean if astral projecting comes easy versus lucid dreaming? That's a good question right there.
What does it mean?
Yeah.
It means you're more aware.
Yeah.
Because astral projecting means you're aware. Lucid mean you're already dreaming and then you become aware.
Right. Great way to explain that one. Mm-hmm. Right.
The astral projection mean you consciously travel outside your physical body, which is another copy of you. You travel in your astral body.
Right.
The lucid is when you're dreaming autopilot and then you just realize that you're lucid.
I remember the first time that happened to me. Something happened and I was like, oh, I'm on the astral plane. As soon as I thought that, I became, lucid. I became God in this astral. I could do anything. I started flying. I'm telling you, I'll be looking forward to sleep every night. Yeah. Sometimes I don't want to wake up. I'll be like, I can't wait to get out of here, yo. Like, damn, it's way more fun than this physical realm. Right. Also, at what point is an astral projection a lucid dream? It's actually two different things. I mean, astral projection is when you consciously leave the physical to go in somebody's house, for example. And then lucid is when you already on autopilot, like you're not in control of nothing, and then you become aware, and then you consciously start moving around. Right, like I just described. It's basically kind of the same thing. It's similar, but one is different. You got to see the difference. There's a difference. And Chikezi, for better reference, I should say, get the book Astral Dynamics by Robert Brew. It is the best book on astral projection. And I wanted to add, you already astral projecting every night. You just forgot. Yeah. If you're sleeping, you're traveling. I like to say it like that. If you're sleeping, but some people are not aware. I've seen people in the astral realm that don't even realize that they're sleeping, and I could take advantage of you like that. So that's why it's so important to be aware, because if you're not aware, I could do whatever I want and you wouldn't even remember. Right. I've done it before. That's how I know. Does Jerry Miller still make Oregon? Does he still do that?
Yes, he do. He's on
He's on Facebook, right?
Instagram. I stopped using Facebook, man, because I keep going in jail.
I know, right? I know. I'm close to it.
I'm on TikTok and Instagram, but I haven't been on Instagram for a few weeks. But he's there because I say what's up to him on and off on the inbox. He cool. Him and his wife. I have stuff from his wife too in here.
Okay.
Both of them is very talented.
Love this talk. Thank you for sharing. Absolutely. Thank y'all.
You guys, you got to realize, guys, you're already in the astral realm. Your imagination is the astral realm.
Absolutely. So, Bobby speaks about this a lot, about keeping that childlike state. You know what I'm saying? Be like a child. There's a whole lot of truth to that.
It's almost like you have no choice, because I notice the more I study, the more I become like a child, even without me trying. Mm-hmm. But I have to be on top of it by not getting in trouble when I'm in the world, because people will take advantage when they see that. Yeah. So I have to still use my intuition and my logic to make sure I protect myself when I'm out there being that childlike, you could say, because people will see that and be like, "Oh, she's stupid." It's just like they'll do it with a child. It's
energy vampires, yes.
Yeah, because the energy.
Yeah. I was followed through dreams by a shape-shifting entity. It was usually in the form of a woman that eventually identified as a sorceress. Has anyone been followed through dreams on here? Oh, yeah.
When you say followed through dreams, are you talking about more than one dreams?
I think what he's saying, and a lot of people have experienced this, when you're running from something. You don't know why you're running from someone in the astral plane.
But they didn't say run, they say followed. Is the
Well, no, I added that, but no, he said follow.
You know, I'm a Capricorn. You gotta be specific when you're talking to me. I'm Sword. You gotta get to the point. When you said follow, do you mean like follow you in more than one dream or just one dream? And if it was more than one dream, maybe it's somebody that's connected. It could be somebody connected to you. It don't have to be all the time negative.
Okay.
Because, you know, sometimes we got guys and other beings that be looking out for us. It's not always a negative thing.
Right. How can I rid myself of entity attachment?
Okay. How do you get rid of entity attachment? My specialty. Okay.
Yeah.
For example, if you're drinking too much, stop. Because when you stop, they're going to be like, "Oh, you boring. Let me go to the next one." They're not going to want to be around you no more because you're not drinking every day. And that's why they did. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If you're a sex addict, master your energy. Because if you don't master it, that's why they did. Because they're feeding off the energy that you project in the astral realm. Every time you bust or you in a sexual pleasure thing, you wide open in the astral realm. Wide open. So not being an addict means your second chakra is off balance. I mean, when you're an addict, it means your second chakra is off balance.
Right. Right.
So you got to work on the second chakra. Be careful who you're around, because it could be the person that you're around that have the entity attached and they latch onto you too. Like if you have around somebody negative, it's important.
Take that bath that I've given out several times. Astral. I'm sorry. Aura cleansing bath.
Yes. And having an alkaline blood helps you manage your aura better.
Right.
You be able to manage your aura better when your body is not too acid. If you have too much acid in your head, it could make entities attached to you too. So it's okay to eat what you want, but you got to make sure you have at least some alkaline in your blood, you know, in the pH.
Yes.
That's why you see that's why you see I always drink like good water, or I put chlorophyll in my water. I put chlorophyll, that green liquid.
Yeah, I take spirulina every day. Spirulina.
Yeah. Chlorophyll. Don't be too negative. They feed off the negative energy.
Yes.
Like if you're always angry,
right,
you're gonna have to work on your anger, because they latch on to the energy of the anger and feeding off the energy. Remember, entities only attach to you if you have a low vibration.
Exactly. Say it again.
They only attach to you if you have a low vibration, meaning you're always angry, you're an addict, you always around negative people, you always violent. they love that shit. Your house is dirty.
Mm-hmm.
If your house is real dirty, they love that shit too.
Right.
Throw away the clutter. Throw away everything in your house that you're not wearing. Throw the clothes away. Throw everything away that you're not wearing. It helps.
Where's that Robert Bruce audio? I didn't know there was one.
It comes with the book. That's what I told you. I was listening to the audio on repeat every day until I astral project. It comes with the audio. He show you how to astral project. It's so.
I didn't know that. I just had the book.
That's because some people don't sell it with the audio. You got to find the one with the audio.
Okay.
And you get programmed really fast. It takes 21 days to be programmed. It took me less than 21 days because I wanted it that bad. If you don't want it that bad, it's going to probably take longer. Yeah. You got to be really interested in it.
To be serious about it, basically. Yeah,
like I was listening to it all day on repeat while I'm at the gym, while I'm outside, while I'm on the bus. Repeat. I went overboard because that's not how he said you should do it.
You did it anyway.
I wanted to do it so bad. It happened like the second week, I think it was.
Okay.
But then I had to learn how to master my energy so I could do it by myself without the book.
What would be your daily core practices in cultivating your spiritual power? Good question.
Okay, what I do is I'm on top of my diet because it's connected, believe it or not. I'm on top of my diet with the vitamins. So when I wake up, I do my affirmations.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say positive words in my mind. Say positive words, affirmation. I take my vitamins. I lay down and meditate and think about the dreams I had and memorize it or write it down.
Right.
Another thing I do is it's a lot of things I do. I attend to my plants because that helps. I talk to my plants. I stay away from too much negative people. There's a lot that you could do. I like I said, I already master my sex energy, so anybody can fuck with me because they say so. I say what, when, and how, and what. You know what I mean? A lot of women don't know how to master their sex energy. They let somebody else master it for them. So, and the sex energy is spiritual energy.
Yes, it is.
It's not separate.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't have no kids because I master my sex energy. Is if I say the kid coming, the kid coming.
Okay.
There's a lot of things you could do. You could meditate and pay attention to your emotions.
Yeah.
Your inner world is the spiritual realm. Remember that. Not the outside world. Your inner world create the outside world. But some people, the outside world create their inner world. Some people is the opposite. So you gotta meditate and be aware of your emotions and be the one that's creating your reality, not outside creating the inside. In other words, you shouldn't let the outside world dictate how you feel.
There you go.
You know what I mean? That's another way I practice all the time. I do a lot of things, especially the diet. I'm not perfect, but I keep my blood. I'm always on top of the blood. I told you I take chlorophyll in my food.
Mm-hmm.
I try to eat fruits and vegetables a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But it's okay. Sometimes I eat my cake and stuff like that, but I keep it balanced. I'm not like an addict about it. Everything.
Right. Can astral traveling help with financial success, and how or should one avoid it, like what Wallace Waddle said in the book Science of Getting Rich?
Oh, I didn't know somebody said that word. No. Believe it or not, astral traveling help with everything because it's helping you learn how to master your mind. Like I was saying, like I master my sex energy. I master how I eat. I master my energy. If something is going on, it's because I say it's because I want it to happen. If you know what I'm trying to say, like.
Right.
It helps with a lot, trust me, because sometimes in the astral realm, you get information how to make money in this realm. It tells you what to do.
Yes.
I remember I had a dream one time telling me I need magnesium.
Okay.
I'm like, where? And I wrote it down and I'm like, I didn't know magnesium was that important.
It is. Yes.
Like a dream told me like get magnesium, and I'm like, okay.
I've said that recently. I said you'd be surprised at how much I find out by dreaming.
Yeah, and the astral realm will tell you how to make money, like what ideas you could come up with.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? Like that's why it's so important that I think people should remember their dreams, because we get information how to move.
Mm-hmm.
The guys is telling you how to move every day.
Every day. What's a method to cloak yourself from being watched in the astral? Any mantras or practices? Here's yet another good question.
Sure, I be hiding. Let me stop. When I be in people's house, or when I'll be like, I hope they can't see me. What? No. Because some people third eye open. But believe it or not, you could just think it and imagine it. Like you could say, I'm invisible, and you just say it. Just say I'm invisible, because I've tried it before. I'll be like, I'm invisible. They can't see me. Or wherever I'm at, I'll be like, I'm invisible. And it seems like you're invisible for real. Like it's all about imagination. Your imagination is a reality.
Right. Bobby's spiritual bath. Just in case you do not know what we're talking about, half a cup of sea salt, 3 capfuls of lemon juice, 3 capfuls of vinegar, 3 capfuls of bleach, 3 capfuls of ammonia. You soak in that for at least 15 minutes. Make sure you get your whole head, have a white candle burning. And for ladies, is in a tub full of water, that's not enough to do you any kind of harm physically. You know what I'm saying? Then you get out and you shower off. That's the cliff notes on the Bobby spiritual bath.
Yeah, but if you're an addict, the spiritual bath ain't gonna do shit. That's the reason why I brought up. Well, for real, because if you always drinking liquor and you take a spiritual bath, the entity's still gonna be there because you're gonna drink again.
Right.
I'm not saying don't drink, and I'm saying don't be an addict about nothing you're doing. Don't be a sex addict. Because that's how you attract the entities. And sometimes you could actually see that the person got an entity latch onto their aura.
Yeah.
Sometimes I could tell like this person got an entity. Like sometimes people could physically see the entity. Like if the guy is walking around shooting people and nobody don't know, the entities latch on, you would be like, yeah, this dude is negative. Right. Got entity on. Sometimes I could tell when people got entity on them by the way they moving.
Right.
But the spiritual bath ain't gonna work if you're an addict, because that's why they did in the first place.
Right. Can people steal your wealth in the astral? They come on some good questions.
Unless you have a weak aura. That's why it's so important to keep your aura strong by keeping your blood at least kind of alkaline.
Mm-hmm.
It helps keep your aura strong, because when your body is acidic, it's hard to control, to master the aura. Your psychic power is not gonna be too
right.
You know what I mean? Nobody can steal your wealth unless you allow them to.
Right. Bobby has another interesting statement. He says it happens in more than one dream. I think he's going back to what he said.
Okay, gotcha.
Sometimes it will walk towards me or attack as a bull or gargoyle, or just wait where I'm going to walk past. Like the entity wanted my attention aside from the dream. Okay.
I wish I could ask him more. Like, what do he be doing and feeling when that's going on? Because that could be connected to his shadow self. Because remember, sometimes when you have a shadow self, like a part of you that you thinking you forgot,
right?
Like something traumatizing happened to you, and you like, and you probably don't even remember, but in the astral realm, the memory's still there.
Right.
You can't act like it ain't there. So entities will fuck with you based on what your issue is. So if you have a certain issue, you got to figure out what's it like. There's probably an issue that you have, a shadow part of you that you're not addressing.
Right.
And sometimes when you address the shadow part of you, the entity will stop coming around. When you master that part of it, will stop coming around fucking with you.
Can you see entity attachments when you eat magic mushrooms?
I never ate magic mushrooms. I mean, I did. I never did.
It's supposedly.
But I've heard of people that's seen it. Yeah. I remember a guy named Brother Hank. He was telling me one time they was doing mushrooms and he saw an entity on the person that was doing the mushroom with him. But the person wasn't even aware.
Aware? Yeah. Best books to read is the Book of Soul. Oh, that's a great book. The Book of Soul Retriever is a great book. And the Practical Psychic Self-Defense Handbook, a Survival Guide by Robert Bruce. Thanks for the assist, Caribbean Grimoire. That's what's up.
I have a psychic self-defense book too. It have all the.
I only have the one by Dion Fortune.
All the bat. Shut up.
What if people pissing you off on purpose?
Then you got to reverse the energy back to them.
Right.
Don't turn the cheek.
Yeah, don't. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? But it's easy to psychic attack somebody when they always depressed. Remember that. They can only attack you if your vibration is low. I can't attack you if your vibration high.
Right.
No matter how much I try.
Right.
I can only attack people if their vibration is low.
I ignore a lot of people.
That goes for everybody and every spirit. They can only attack you when your vibration low.
Right.
That's why I'm always in happy mode.
Right. Bobby said, drink 2 gallons of water a day. You will feel high from water. I tried it out. I feel like that help with detaching from entities.
That makes sense because you're washing out the blood and you're cleaning. The more alkaline your blood is, the more energy you have, the more psychic energy you have to protect yourself. Your aura is more stronger when you're that's why he was drinking so much water.
Right.
Because it helps your aura strong. Like nobody can touch you if your aura is strong. If somebody's trying to mess with me, I'm going to see it in the dream realm because I'm always in the dream realm.
Yeah. What I'm certain of, without a doubt, is the entity wanted my attention, hence being either a shapely woman or a rampaging beast, etc.
Yeah, you got to face it and see what's going on. It's something you got to face about your inner self.
Right.
But just you telling me that, let me know that there's something that's going on with you, your shadow self, that you think nobody don't know.
So it's best to abstain from ejaculation. Is there benefit to this? Every time I abstain, my ears are ringing all the damn time.
I wouldn't say abstain from ejaculation. I'm talking like just master the sex energy, like because that's one of the hardest things for guys to do. To master they lower self. Like anybody could fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Anybody. If you fuck anybody, like it could be a ugly girl, like that means you don't got no control over your
none,
for real. Because some guys are like that for real.
Yeah,
anybody could fuck them. Anybody,
right.
If you're like that here, you're gonna be like that there in the astral realm. Any entities could fuck you now. Like it's very important. I wouldn't say don't ejaculate. Just master your energy. Like if you know a girl trying to use you, tell her no, you ain't getting no dick. Like you can practice that too.
Right. Is there a particular reason why most of my dreams are centered around my childhood home?
It's probably some memory that you there's probably a good time that you had when you was young that's in your subconscious mind, or a bad memory, like something traumatic. It could be two reasons. Something traumatic or something that was so beautiful that it stays in your subconscious, like that's your safe place.
Right. You took the words right out of my mouth. That's the safe place.
Or it could be something bad that happened to you and you need to go back and face your shadow side.
Right. I use ChatGPT for dream analysis every time I wake up, but when I wanted to learn astral travel, I freaked out when I heard a voice saying, I am almost ready, but this discussion has me refocusing on it. Okay.
No, but that could be your inner voice. Telling you you're ready. We have inner voice too, you know.
Akashic records and dreaming good to do as well. I spoke, but go ahead and answer that one if you want.
You froze. In my opinion, the Akashic records is your mind. I mean, it's not outside of you. It's actually you, the Akashic records.
Right.
You go within, and all the memories from past life, everything is in your subconscious mind. It's actually higher than the subconscious mind. It's like more higher realm. But you are the Akashic records. I will have to go back and see what they said, but yeah.
There'll be some magical wars on the astral plane. Spiritual missiles be dropping. All right.
I've never been in that dimension.
Okay. All All right, so we're gonna have to do this again. The hour went by so fast.
You got something? Wow.
Yes. I mean, we didn't get to none of the stuff we was gonna talk about.
We went over the hour.
Yeah, I got it.
We went over the. We went, did we?
Yeah, it's about a minute past.
We started at 5. Oh yes. All
yeah.
Right. Guys, thanks for
the This has been a very interesting and fun. I always have a good time with Queena Swordz. She will be back. She's been here a couple of times. One of my favorite guests.
Just keep remembering your dreams. Write it down, guys. Write it down.
She'll be back, though. I am Magic Liquid. This is Swordzwitch. All of her information that you I'm sure people are gonna want to contact you. You good with that, right?
Yeah, I don't mind if you guys want to ask me questions about the Astral. My YouTube is Swordzwitch. You could ask me questions. My email. I'm on TikTok. You know, I'm more on TikTok than Instagram.
Than anything. Right. All right, we'll be back. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. I am Magic Liquid. That is Swordzwitch, and we out of here. As I greet you in peace, as always. Namaste.
One love.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.